G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of the Aussie Dividend Machine. In this episode, we'll have a look at Novonix and their potential partnership with Tesla. I'll get into all the details here and try and explain it as clearly as I can. We'll have a brief look at the US and what's happening in their gas and plastic producing sector of the market. And then we'll wrap things up by having a look at the two purchases I made this week, Kogan and Pushpay. We'll also have a look at how my portfolio has been tracking against the market over the last month. Thanks for subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I really appreciate the support. Now, as always, this video is for entertainment purposes only. The aim of the channel is to provide you with the latest facts on listed companies so that you can go out and make the best investment decision. As always, before making an investment decision, make sure you do see a licensed financial advisor. Alright, so let's talk about Novonix. There's been quite a lot of hype about this company over the past few weeks. Let's take a look at why that might be. So Novonix is a company that looks at battery technology and they research ways that they can improve battery technology, and they also do testing of different battery systems. One of the lead Tesla battery researchers published a paper outlining the benefits of single crystal cathodes. This paper looked at all of the benefits of this cathode technology type and the many benefits it could bring to battery technology, including increasing the range of electric cars and also reducing the cost of batteries for electric cars. In conjunction with this, Tesla also filed a number of patents, and one patent included the use of this single crystal cathode technology. Let's talk about one of Tesla's leading researchers. His name is Jeff, and he works at Dalhousie University in Canada. This is where a lot of this research is going on, and also where he published that paper identifying that a single crystal cathode could be highly beneficial for battery technology going forward. Now, Novonix also has a team of researchers at the same university in Canada that they sponsor. Now, these researchers are in contact with Jeff, who works from Tesla. However, they're not part of the same team. Tesla has a separate group of scientists that they sponsor. Novonix has their own separate team. So here's the key point. Whilst Tesla has the patent for this single cathode technology, they don't know how to manufacture it just yet. So here's the thing. The team that Novonix sponsors at Dalhousie University has actually figured out how to manufacture this single crystal cathode. This was announced as a major breakthrough by Novonix, and it's a really significant step in this technology. So here's the real kicker. Because Novonix sponsored the team that discovered how to manufacture a single crystal cathode, they own 100% of the intellectual property rights. So whilst Tesla has the patent, Novonix has the intellectual property rights about how to manufacture the technology. So how does this play out in a commercial world? A lot of people are speculating that in order to capture the intellectual property that Novonix has discovered, Tesla may announce a partnership with Novonix. Tesla Battery Day is coming up on the 22nd of September, so this is one to watch very closely. If you're bullish on Novonix and are a bit of a speculative investor, it might be a good time to buy Novonix now before the announcement. If the rumors are true and there is a partnership established between Tesla and Novonix, this will be big for Novonix and probably have a massive impact on their share price. However, if the rumors are dismissed and there's no such partnership, then I'm afraid that Novonix may not be looking as attractive as it once was. Either way, I think before or after the announcement there could be opportunity. Personally, I'd like to see the event announced first and see a partnership between Novonix and Tesla established before making an investment in Novonix. Whilst the share price might jump initially on the announcement, I think the major gains will come in the next months and years ahead. For this reason, I'm not panic buying Novonix. I'm just going to watch and see exactly what happens on Tesla Battery Day. Okay, so moving on, I wanted to talk a little bit about oil producers. We've seen a lot of Australia's biggest oil producers such as Woodside Petroleum and Santos take a bit of a hit in the last couple of weeks. This is again off the back of a weak global oil and gas price. This has also affected one of the stocks in my portfolio, which is Beach Energy. There's some news coming out of the US though, which is the main reason that I want to keep a company like Beach in my portfolio. As you might know, the presidential race is on at the moment between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. In the state of Pennsylvania, there's quite a large fracking operation. Fracking is where natural gas is extracted by blasting shale rock deep under the ground. This technology has transformed Pennsylvania and allowed it to become a major gas producer for the US. There's been some additional investment in this technology. Namely, they have started using this gas to manufacture petrochemicals. This process allows Pennsylvania to produce a wide range of plastics. Producing plastics is key for America to reduce their reliance on China. And the only way you can do this is by processing natural gas. We've seen Trump back this movement. He really wants to see the country continue to produce gas and then use that gas to produce a wide range of plastics, which normally America sources from China. Biden, on the other hand, has a host of environmental policies which might mean the end of gas production in Pennsylvania. As a result, one of the major union leaders in Pennsylvania, who would typically vote with the Democrats or Joe Biden, has actually cast his vote for Donald Trump and is encouraging all of his members to support Donald, even though that's not the typical way those people would vote. I think this is critical because it shows that every American can see the need to reduce reliance on China, even if it means changing the way they would typically go about their political voting. Now, I think this could also happen in Australia. In Australia, we've got an abundance of natural gas supply and production, but as far as I'm aware, we don't have any major petrochemical plants. We also have a China reliance issue, so I think that constructing one of these facilities would be a key step in reducing our reliance on China and helping strengthen our economy. For this reason, I don't think gas has had its final word, especially in Australia. If we follow what the US is doing, I can see quite a bright future for gas. As I've mentioned in the past, the Australian federal government is also backing gas as a transition energy resource as we shift from coal energy production over to renewables. So I think both of these elements might mean there is a larger role to play for gas in Australia and the US. So even though the share price of these companies is taking a hit short term, I think there is still some long-term upside to these companies. Okay, to wrap things up, let's go over my purchases over the last week. I've started a position in both Pushpay and Kogan. I've spoken about Pushpay quite a bit in previous videos. I'll leave a link up to those videos on screen so you can check those out. Fundamentally, Pushpay is a great share. Their fundamentals check out. I like their business idea, and I think they're a good fit for me. I was waiting for the right time to enter the Pushpay position. So earlier this week, it seemed like all of the key technical indicators were aligning. As you can see, the moving average, the stochastics, and the MACD charts were all moving in the right direction. I got a little bit impatient and didn't quite wait for the share price to cross the long-term moving average line. As a result, when it got close to this point, it actually dipped in the other direction, as you can see. This is a bit of a rookie mistake by me. I should have waited till the share price had clearly passed that moving average line and broken that resistance point. However, I still think the share has a lot of upside, so I think in the near future we'll see it go well above that moving average line. I'm excited to see their next lot of results, especially after their latest major acquisition of the Church Community Builder company. I think they've got a bright future, and I think this one's a long-term hold. Now, having a look at Kogan has some awesome fundamentals. Their EPS, equity, and revenue growth over the past 1, 2, 3, and even 5 years has been absolutely tremendous. Now, similar to Pushpay, I was waiting for a good entry point into this stock. I think I found this point earlier in the week, and this time I got it right, and we've seen a nice 4% bump since that purchase. It's a good short-term game, but I think the real benefit will come out of holding Kogan for the long term. From a value investing perspective, I think they're probably a little bit expensive at the moment. But I think this is just the price you have to pay for a company like this. They've been making more and more acquisitions and expanding into different product markets, so I really can't see their growth slowing down. I thought their price was reasonable enough to start a position, and I hope this stock will do really well for the portfolio. Taking a look now at how the portfolio has fared against the market in the last month, you can see we are finally coming on top of the market. I think with some of the strong growth stocks that we've recently purchased, we'll see this trend continue and hopefully pull further and further north of that average market return. That's certainly the goal of this portfolio, so I'm excited to see how it develops. Anyway, that's all from me for this week. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, make sure you stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.